Humans of the cardboard, my apologies. I goofed this up. I thought my microphone was connected to my OBS. It was not, for pretty much no reason. Just no reason on that. Should have checked prior. That's my fault. Already went through this video, so I will be honest with you. I have already read these cards, and so yeah, let's get into them. But you know what? I also forgot to go over the new Sheep Exceed, which is kind of TRAPTRIX support. So we'll cover that in this video as well. But we've got 3 brand new TRAPTRIX support cards. Extremely, extremely hyped for this because I wasn't even sure we were going to get 3 more cards. And now this makes me believe we're still going to get 1 more card after this. Now, I haven't checked all the set numbers, but I'll talk about that at the end. First up here, TRAPTRIX Puuuuuuuuumped. She's very cute. She's one of the smaller ones here. Very cool. She is a level 4 Earth Plant effect monster. 900 attack, 1900 defense. You can only use both of her effects hard once per turn. When this card is normal summoned, you can add 1 TRAPTRIX Orchard from your deck to the hand. That is the new field spell. We will talk about that in a second. But lo and behold, another normal summon that just pluses you 1. Sweet. Second effect. If this card is special summoned, you can target 1 opponent's special summoned monster. Banish it. And if you do, during the next standby phase, your opponent can special summon 1 of their banished monsters. And also this card's unaffected by the effects of whole normal traps. Okay, so the first effect, +1, searches the field spell. We'll get into that more. Second effect, also something I have been asking for in TRAPTRIX, right? The only legit good monster we were able to summon off of Sarah on the opponent's turn was Mermelio, because she could pop a back row. That could give you some utility. But now we actually see a legit good interruption. Being able to banish an opponent's special summon monster is no joke. They do get a banished monster back on the next standby phase, but I will still take this, especially since this is combined into a monster that also seems to be a good normal summon. So it's a good starter, and it's a good card to be able to summon out of the deck on the opponent's turn, which is great all around. Very, very happy with this card. I think this goes right next to the Extender Girl we got in the last little wave as like some of the best cards of the support we've gotten here. Moving on, new field spell, TRAPTRIX Orchard. Doesn't look like much of an orchard. I guess these things are supposed to be the fruits of this orchard, but whatever. It's pretty barren out there. Anyway, field spell. You can only activate the 3rd effect once per turn. During your main phase, you can normal summon a TRAPTRIX monster. In addition to your normal summon or set, you can only gain this effect once per turn. Okay, not too shabby. Extra normal summon for TRAPTRIX. It's really good considering 1, Puuuuuuuuumped, Mermelio and Mantis are all +1s on normal summon. Now I know you'd like to use her, Puuuuuuuuumped, to get Orchard in the first place. You don't really want to open Orchard, it seems. You'd rather get it off of her. But if you open her with Mantis or Mermelio, it seems to be like a really solid way to get your play started. Second effect, the first time each of your insect and plant monsters would be destroyed by battle each turn. It is not destroyed. Would have loved if this was just destroyed, period. But we'll still take by battle. Our deck is known for being one of those decks that tends to have smaller monsters on the field fairly regularly. So being able to insulate each of them from a battle each turn, actually pretty solid. We'll take that. And the third effect, you can banish 1 monster you control as cost to special summon 1 TRAPTRIX monster from your hand or grave. That is not too shabby either. Being able to just like swap something for something in grave is really nice. I was going to say, if this was a quick effect, this card would be crazy broken, because then just on like later turns, you're able to like reborn Mermelios and this new card, Puuuuuuuumped, to get like removal on the opponent's turn just by having like the field spell and any monster. By the way, this banishes any monster you control. It's pretty cool. That's a nice effect that could actually come up for sure. But obviously the key effect of this is the extra normal summon. I talked about this in my support video, saying the Cyber Dark World or Realm, whatever that card's called, where it's a searcher that then gives you a normal summon, that would have been the most perfect ideal card in this slot. But I will take this, especially because this is searchable by Puuuuuuuumped. So you're going to have 2 card combos with Puuuuuuuuumped and another TRAPTRIX monster already set up for the deck. I love it. Good starter, good extender field spell. Let's keep it moving. The final card that we have revealed today is actually another spell. I know, a deck that an archetype that had no spells gets 2 of them here. This is TRAPTRIX Allure. It's a normal spell. You can only activate both of its effects once per turn. Discard 1 level 4 insect or plant monster, or 1 normal trap to draw 2 cards. So this card is just I can never remember the name of that card. It's the level 8 one. You would play it in like Blue Eyes and stuff. It's like discard a level 8 monster to draw 2. Isn't there like this Heavenly Swords or the 7 Swords card that people are going to play in Kashtira maybe, where it's like pitch a level 7 to draw 2, stuff like that. It's just that, except it has to be exactly a level 4 insect or plant or a normal trap. That's pretty interesting, the normal trap part. I even think about stuff like Paleozoics, like pitch a Paleozoic, or you know what I mean, play a deck like Eldritch or Welcome Labyrinth, like just decks that have normal traps that kind of just are already value engraved, so it's just like a draw 2 that then is like value engrave anyway. That stuff could be pretty cool. But obviously for this deck, it's just a draw 2. Could be cool, could be interesting. The one thing about this card is this card does not appear to be searchable in any way. I don't think there are any ways in the archetype to search a TRAPTRIX card or spell specifically. You have cards that can search whole trap cards, and you have cards that can search like TRAPTRIX monsters, but not spells specifically. So we will see if this card ends up being searchable. If not, it's going to get a little more iffy, but it really depends. I think the biggest thing with the... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even read the second effect here. You can banish this card from your graveyard, target one of your banished level 4 insect or plant monsters, or one of your banished normal traps, place it on the bottom of the deck. I don't expect that to be that relevant, to be honest, but whatever. Okay, it just returns it. If this said return it and draw one, then cool. Like an extra draw later on is pretty sweet, but whatever. Plus it needs to be banished. This deck does not usually banish its own stuff that consistently. But here you go. This is the big thing. It's really going to come down to how turbo the deck ends up being. Like, I'm used to TRAPTRIX playing a good, healthy number of trap cards, but the more turbo we get with cards like this, the new Extender, right? The new Exceed is straight up searching you another TRAPTRIX card. There's some open window here on how you play the deck, where maybe we do start cutting down more and more on the trap cards because they become so searchable, especially if you are playing like this turbo version. You're searching the traps. You don't need to hard draw them as much. You don't need to play unsearchable traps. Like I played Compulse before a couple of years ago. I don't know if you need to play cards like that anymore unless it's just something that's really good. And maybe if the deck's just turbo enough, maybe Allure's worth. Maybe you just play it because you want to dig through your deck, and sometimes getting certain TRAPTRIX monsters set up in grave anyway could be worth it. So I don't know. It's interesting. We'll see. We'll see. This one I'm the most iffy on whether or not we'll see play, but I could see a world where like it's either 100% you play it because it's really good in the deck, or it's just like that's not really the style of build you're going for. So we'll have to see. And then we move on to the V-Jump promo real quick. This card got revealed a couple days ago. I didn't make a whole video for it because I didn't think it deserved its own, and I figured we were going to get more TRAPTRIX news soon anyway, so I waited till now. This is Sacred Sheep Tree Baromet. It's a rank 4 Earth plant, so kind of everything you'd expect for a TRAPTRIX support card. 1900 attack, 2000 defense, pretty decent stats there. Takes any 2 level 4 monsters, which I like. That means Shade Brigandine can still make it. That means Parallel Exceed can still make it, so it doesn't even need exactly TRAPTRIX cards. And has 2 hard ones per turn effects. The first effect reads, you could attach 1 material from this card, then target a normal trap in your graveyard, place it on the bottom of the deck, then draw 1 card. Actually, really don't hate that. I mean, it's just a draw. It does have to happen once a trap card has already hit the grave, but depending on combos, like even turn 1, you could get like Shade Brigandine in there, and then shuffle back a Shade Brigandine, draw 1, right? So that's fine. And the second effect, if a normal trap card is activated, you can attach a material from a monster you control. It doesn't even have to be this card. And if you do, special summon 1 level 4 monster from your hand. That's another interesting one as well. I wonder if there's a world where we end with a Puuuuuuuuumped in hand or a Myrmeleo in hand as part of a combo, and then like make this guy turn 1, draw a card, like just getting value. And then when we interrupt our opponent with like a trap hole or maybe some other normal trap we have, you can then fire this card to like summon Puuuuuuuumped or Myrmeleo, whichever one you went for. You'd obviously prefer Puuuuuuuumped in most scenarios, to then get an additional interruption there. If you could summon one off of Sarah and then summon the other off of Baromet, then maybe you get both of them out. You get that extra interruption. You extend it onto the field. There can be some pretty cool utility there, I think. All in all, I don't think this card moves the needle that much. Maybe if there's enough space in the extra, you might try to play this as at a one-of to just try and maybe recycle certain traps that are one-ofs. Draw cards, like, you know what I mean? Just get advantage, help you abuse Zeus or something, like draw a card, then go battle phase, get into Zeus, maybe something there. I don't know. I think it's fine, but I don't think it's breaking the mold. I don't think it's doing anything crazy. I would assume in most scenarios you'd want to be summoning the other. I guess, to be fair, if you could make this and make the other new one, the new one could search Puuuuuuuuuumped. Then you could make this one, draw a card, just draw a card, whatever. Maybe hit a trap, hit a hand trap, another extender, whatever, follow up. And then this card's on the field, so when you activate a normal trap, you summon the Puuuuuuuuuumped you searched, get the banish. I don't know. Sarah's already summoning out of deck, so I don't know if it's that important, but whatever. But yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, apologies on that first video being without audio. That's my fault for not checking on it. Really annoying, though, but still really stoked for these cards. And by the way, I do think because we got these revealed like a whole 4 weeks out from this actually coming out in the OCG, I still don't believe this is all the cards. Unless you show me the set list and all the reprints and stuff and show me that there couldn't possibly be another new card, I still think there might be one new card. I think it would probably be another trap, because for a trap-based deck, we've gotten 2 main deck monsters, 2 extra deck monsters, 2 spells now, and only 1 trap. It kind of makes me think we probably could have 1 more trap card here, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But I'm out of here for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, let me know your thoughts down below here on the new cards, where you think the deck is, how much you think they help, and also, if there is 1 more card, what you want it to do. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that. But I'm out of here. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. You want to see more TRAPTRIX content down the line. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.